FrankenHeart by jadedkidme. How do you identify? He, him. You sit on your bed in your room, bored out of your mind. Your school's Halloween dance was only in a few days, and you still didn't have a date. Which wouldn't normally make you upset, but for some reason, you felt it start to get to you. And then, you got an idea. Why should I wait for someone to ask me when I can just make my own date? But first, I'll need an idea of who would be my absolutely perfect match. Thankfully, your sister left her teen magazine on the floor of her room, one which advertised it knew who your perfect date would be. Let's see if this helps get your brain juices flowing. Welcome to Teen Hearts Magazine's quiz to find your one true love. Let's get started. What is your idea of a perfect date? To walk among the cherry blossoms blooming in the park. Number 2. Which classic Halloween monster is your ideal partner? None of the above. Number 3. What is your favorite movie genre? Fantasy. Number 4. What do you find oddly charming? A person's popularity. Number 5. What type of candy do you prefer? Chocolate. Number 6. What would you prefer to be doing on your day off? Playing video games. Number 7. What is your idea of a perfect wedding? A classic white wedding. 8. What skeleton in the closet can you live with? Your lover is clumsy. Number 9. What would you choose to be your last meal? Ramen. 10. What is your favorite color? None of the above. Your ideal type is the princely type. You need someone who is charming but also down to earth. They may be popular, but they would find you the most appealing person ever. Later, at the secret lab. Time to go to work. Victor! Huh? Hey! Knock before you come into the secret lab, dummy. Oh, sorry about that. What are you up to? You know about the Halloween dance, right? Of course. Do you already have a date for it? Not yet. That's what these are for. You hold up a box of discarded limbs and body parts. Where did you get those? Not important. What is important is creating my new boyfriend. What? You're not going to make a Frankenstein, are you? Of course I am. And it would be Frankenstein's monster, not Frankenstein himself. Oh, right. This is the plan. You show Henry a sketch of what he should look like. Whoa. Okay. So, let's get cooking. Figuratively, not literally. Time skip. Whew. After days of work, we're finally done. How's it looking over at your end, Henry? Great! Now your new partner is filled with life juice. Speaking of, what are you gonna name him? What do you name your creation? Jean. Jean, huh? I like it. It's got a nice ring to it. Well, I should get going, Victor. You just have to bring him to life and bond emotionally, right? If my theory is correct, yes, but something could still go wrong. Well, I'll be next door if you need me to help at all. Goodbye, Henry. Henry leaves the laboratory. You admire your work, looking at Jean. My handiwork sure is good. You finish up the rest of the preparations. If all goes according to plan, then he will be awake by the morning. Oh, I'm so tired. I'll do the rest tomorrow. Wait until then, Jean. You leave the secret laboratory, heading upstairs to your room. It sounds like it's raining outside. It's nice and calming. I wonder how tomorrow will go. That night, you dream of taking over your town alongside Henry and Jean. People run away from the three of you as you laugh maniacally, your other creations attacking them. That's it! Bow to your overlord! Ha 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 ha! When you wake up, the first thing on your mind is Jean. You needed to ensure he was brought to life last night. Rushing down the stairs to the secret lab, you throw open the door and hurry to put on your lab coat. You look down at the slab. Nothing. No movement. Confused, you check the monitor, keeping track of his bodily functions. Everything was green. What? But my calculations were spot on. There couldn't have been any flukes, and you tried to look at the calendar on the table. October 30th. There's no time left either. Hurriedly, you run diagnostics, hoping to figure out the problem. Where am I? Wait, I'm alive? Who are you? It worked! It really worked! Huh? Your name is Jean, right? If you had programmed the chip in his brain correctly, he should already know basic communication and his name. You didn't really feel like having to teach your creation. This whole creation thing felt weird to begin with. Having to mother it somehow felt even weirder. Yeah, my name is Jean. Great. I am Victor. I brought you to life. You are to be my date to the Halloween dance in 2 days. You will take me there and then you realize you hadn't thought that far yet. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Jean looks at you and then to his hands, trying to process his existence. However, you didn't have time for him to have a crisis about this right now. Okay, Jean, we're going to be on a date to test our compatibility. You hold your hand out. Jean takes your hand gently. Where are we going first? I think the movies sounds fun. That's a good idea. Then, let's go. You both go to the movie theater near your home. They're having free showings of different scary movies. You both stand awkwardly at the ticket stand. Let's see. They're showing one about from the murderer's perspective, and another about a ghost that's in love with a human. They both sound good to me. I think you should choose. I'm sure anything you'll choose will be lovely. Well, let's see. Which movie should you see? Lonely Souls. You both sit in the theater to watch the ghostly love story. A few trailers play before the movie starts. There's one of a movie for a popular animated television series. You hope they do a good job on it. Another is for a live-action version of another Disney movie. You sigh. They need to just make original movies again. Eventually, the theater goes dark. It starts with the romantic interest walking down the street. Ghosts try to get her attention, but she seems to not see them. When she gets to her home, we see the ghost's main character. He greets her at the door, but she disregards him and walks to the kitchen. I wish she was able to see me. I wish I could tell her how much I admire her. The ghost gets into hijinks with the ghost of a cat that ends up following the woman. The cat is connected to a vase the woman bought at a yard sale. Eventually... Wait, you were able to see me the whole time? I tried not to. I had been taught by my grandmother not to show I could see you. I'm so sorry. I heard every kind thing you have ever said to me. I wish I could hug you. It's okay. Your words are enough for me. The movie had a really emotional ending. Victor, are you alright? I'm fine, just... My nose is runny, that's it. Jean holds you close to him. It had a beautiful ending, huh? I thought it was such a good movie. I thought it would be a Halloween movie. Jean chuckles and holds your hand tighter in his embrace. I don't know what I would do if I couldn't hug you like this. You buried your head into his chest, hiding your reddening cheeks. After a few minutes of cooling your emotions down, you decided the two of you would get some ice cream. You walk into the ice cream shop. Whoa, so many flavors. You can go first, Victor. Oh, thank you. You step up to the register. He's right. There are so many flavors. You wondered if you should go with a different flavor than usual, but at the sight of the impatient cashier, you decided against it. I'll have the Frankenberries and cream, please. Of course. And you, sir? Oh, I'll pass for now. Thank you, though. Jean turned to you and pointed at the table for two by the window. I'll be waiting for you, okay? You nodded, and he walked away. After a deduction from your allowance and an ice cream cone in your hand, you sat at the table Jean was seated. How is it? It's really good. I get this every time. It's October. Henry usually gets the werewolf paws. It's chocolate, caramel, and peanut butter. You and Henry are quite close, huh? Yeah, he's been next door for us as long as I can remember. So, you only created me for this Halloween dance? You said we would discuss what comes after and when we cross that bridge, but I would like to know what happens afterward. Oh, I guess you would have to stay in the laboratory. Is that all? I would be a boyfriend when you need me? Why didn't you choose Henry? I don't know. There was an awkward silence as you ate your ice cream. After the dance, I want you to deactivate me. You know what that means, right? I would be killing you. But if I have no purpose, what else is there? Okay. But can we pretend like this will never end? Please? Of course. Today has been fun. I'm sorry for ruining the mood. It's alright. We needed to discuss this at some point. The two of you walk home holding hands. You say goodnight to Jean and head upstairs. Tomorrow, Jean would be gone. The next day, you decide to have Jean come to school with you. Sadly, Halloween fell on a Monday this year, so you couldn't just not go. You and Jean met Henry outside his house. He's dressed as a zombie. You decided you would just wear your laboratory gear. No one would suspect it's normal for you anyway. Hey, Victor, and... Whoa. really did work. You're Jean, right? I am. And you're Henry, correct? That would be me. Well, let's go. The three of you walk to school. You have to pretend that Jean has been at the school all year. This shouldn't be hard to do, right? Miss Walton, Mr. Carvel, who is your friend? He's my cousin, Mrs. Braun. He's visiting for Halloween, so I invited him. Mrs. Braun looked Jean up and down. All three of you held your breaths. Fine, he can stay. Just get him a visitor sticker, alright? Okay. Henry left to get the visitor sticker, and Jean looked at you. Hey, is it really okay that I'm here? I mean, you shouldn't get in trouble with the sticker. Speaking of which, here you go. Henry gave Jean the sticker. Now, who should he stick with? We should have him be with one of us. I'll pick with me. Yeah, I think it would be best if I watched over him. I would like that. Okay, have fun, lovebirds. I'm going to actually go to my class. Henry leaves, and you and Jean head to your class. The day is pretty boring, but it was made less so by Jean being there. He held your hand while changing classes, and you felt a lot less alone. Eventually, it was time to get ready for the Halloween dance. At home, you dressed into a nice suit. Henry took Jean to get him dressed as well. You walked down your stairs and saw Henry and Jean both watching you, starry-eyed. What? Nothing. You look absolutely dazzling, my dear. Jean bent down and kissed your hand. Shall we? Jean leads you outside and Henry follows closely behind. At the dance, the three of you have an amazing night. Toward the end, Jean asks you to dance to the last slow song. May I have this dance? Of course. The two of you hold each other, swaying to the beat. Victor, I only knew you for as long as I was conscious, but I was happy. Thank you. Tears suddenly welled up in your eyes. Victor, you're crying. Are you okay? I enjoyed our time together as well. Jean held you closer. Even though I won't be here much longer, please know that it wasn't for nothing. I love you, Victor. I love you as well, Jean. Jean leaned down and his lips met yours. They were cold. Suddenly, you were very aware of how cold he really was. But it didn't matter. After pulling away, you looked into Jean's eyes. After I am but a memory, will you do something for me? Of course. Allow yourself to get closer to Henry. He's a good guy. He cares for you greatly, but can't bring himself to tell you. Really? But we've always just been friends. Maybe it's time to test something other than monster making. You smiled and leaned into Jean. You both knew that after tonight he would be gone. What Jean doesn't know is that you'll make him into an artificial intelligence so he can still stay, just not in a physical form. But for now, this is enough. Good End 1. FrankenHeart by jadedkidme. What a nice love story between a A professor or a doctor, I guess, and a Franken monster. So if you want to make your own decisions, please please play the game yourself. The link would be in the description, and I had a really fun time playing this game or reading, I guess. And just personally, out of everything that I've seen, out of all the submissions in the game jam so far, this is my favorite art. This is my favorite art style, basically. So yeah. But I mean, I'm just a no one, so it wouldn't really count for much. But yeah, I mean, I just needed to say that. Well, anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, or whatever. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.